Hey everyone! So yeah, you're not going to be seeing my face today because, well, I look practically half dead. I'm not exactly very well at the moment. I don't know what's wrong with me. If I knew, then I would tell you, but I'm just not very well. But I got asked what kind of like book series I like and what kind of books I like. So I thought instead of just doing a video on like what book series and stuff, I'm going to show you my book collection. Now this is pretty much the extent of it. There's this bookcase here and then this stack of books here as well because, well, my bookcase is tiny. So we'll go ahead and get started. The first 5 books on the top shelf are the Mortal Instruments books. I started reading this one and just completely fell in love with it. I'm still not finished reading it. I'm actually like there. I'm nearly finished reading it, and that is my bookmark. It's Hermione from Harry Potter. It's one of them magnetic bookmarks. But yeah, just kind of like fell in love with it. This is actually the second time I've started reading this series. So I've got there's City of Bones, City of Ashes, City of Glass, City of Fallen Angels, and City of Lost Souls. And I got told that there's another book coming out, so that's why there's like a space there. But I really fell in love with this series. It is really, really great. It's right up my street. There's werewolves, demons, angels, and then what they call shadow hunters, which kind of like fight all of the angels, the demons and werewolves and all of that kind of thing. So if you like supernatural kind of things, I highly recommend these. And just a little note, most of these are like vampires, werewolves, supernatural related things. So yeah, I just really like that kind of book. So the next ones on this shelf, and actually carry on to this shelf as well, are the Morganville vampire books. It was really a chance buy because I was just looking for a book to read. I just finished reading the Twilight books and, well, I wanted something else to read. So I picked, I think it's Glass Houses, which is this one, up, and started reading it and was like, oh, this is really good, I'll get the next book. And then, again, thought it was really good, got the next book, and yeah, well, now got all 15 of them. There's only 15 of these, but it is a really, really good series. It's by Rachel Kane, and she's done another series, which I think is it the Weather Warden series, something like that, when I can find it. Yeah, the Weather Warden series, which I haven't started reading, but I might do, because I really like these ones. So yeah, they're really good. They're about this main character called Claire Danvers, and they involve vampires, and it's basically vampires versus humans. So got that's, yeah, so that's them to there. And then the Hunger Games book, I really don't have to explain myself with this because I absolutely love the Hunger Games, and you guys will probably know how much I love the Hunger Games, like Catching Fire DVDs there, and there's the Hunger Games one there as well. But yeah, absolutely love him. I think, to be perfectly honest though, I think Mockingjay was a little bit of a letdown with the ending. They could have explained it a little bit better, but it is a good series and I do recommend it. And then here on this one we've got the Vampire Academy series. Now I know they've done a Vampire Academy film and it was supposed to be released in the UK, but from what I've read and heard, the release date got cancelled here in the UK, which I'm pretty good about because I was really looking forward to it. But yeah, so that's the Vampire Academy series. Once again, it is a pretty good series, and yeah, some of these I think I'm actually still reading, I can't remember, but it is a really good series and I do recommend it. And then the next one, which goes from this one to this one, is the House of Night series, which once again is vampires. It is a pretty good series. It's written by PC Cast and her daughter Kristen. It's a little bit like, it was really good here, and then it got to about, I think it was this one, and then it started changing point of view, and I got really, really confused with it. So, but it is a good series, and I have kept up with getting the books. So I think there is another one out, but I don't know yet. And then the next ones are the Fallen series, and perfectly honest, this is kind of where my YouTube name came from, because when I got these and the next 4 books, I was like really into fallen angels and everything, and this was like round about the time I was making my YouTube channel. So when I got these, so I think it is anyway, we'll just take it out, they're so tightly packed in it. 2009, and I made mine in 2012, but yeah, that's when I got that one, around about 2012ish. So it was about the time I was making my YouTube channel, and when I was thinking of the name, there we go. But I was like really into fallen angels and everything. So there's Fallen, Torment, Passion, and Rapture, which is the last book. But yeah, I really do enjoy them. They are really, really good. Once again, it's supernatural. I'm just like really into the supernatural element of things. And then this one is kind of like a short stories one that fits in with these 4. So got that one as well. And then we've got more Fallen Angels here, which is like, we've got Hush Hush, Crescendo, Silence, and Finale. But this is like, these are seriously good books. I highly recommend them if you're like into supernatural, fallen angel, that kind of thing. So next, these 2 books, and then these down here are the Immortal series, about a girl called Ever Bloom. Yeah, to be perfectly honest, I was a little bit confused when I first started reading it, but then read it does explain itself as you get further into the book, which I like stories. If a story confuses me to start off with, and then it gets explained like further on throughout the series or the book, then I like that series. I like that kind of book. If it like makes me think, then I like that. So that's the Immortal series. And then moving on down here, I've got 5 of the Vampire Diaries books. I need to get more of these books because I really like these. These are the books that actually got me into watching the series, because, well, the series is based on them. Yeah, I really do like them. It starts off with book 1 and 2 in this one. You can see, like, it starts with book 1 and 2 in this one. So this one's the Awakening and the Struggle. And then there's the Fury and the Reunion. And then we move on to what they call the Return. So there's like Shadow Souls, Nightfall, and Midnight. So I'm gonna look for the other books for them because I really enjoyed that series. Then I've got The Host, which I've got the movie of, and I don't know whether I prefer the book or the film. I'm still debating on that one, but I do like the book. And then here we've got the Beautiful Creatures series. So there's Beautiful Creatures, Beautiful Darkness, Beautiful Chaos, and Beautiful Redemption. Really do like the series. To be perfectly honest, I know I reviewed the film and I said I liked it, but then I went back and watched it after my review and kind of thought it was a little bit of a letdown in places because it didn't really explain a lot of things that should have been explained, if you know what I mean. So next I've got this book, which is the Diary of a Doctor Who Addict. This is something that my best friend bought me for my birthday, and it is a really good book and I love it to bits. And then I've got The Woman in Black, which I do love the film of that one, and the book is pretty good as well. And then there's just a driving manual because I'm currently learning how to drive at the minute. And then just a couple of DVDs. Okay, so I've just found this other book that I actually forgot I had, and this is one I also got for my birthday. Might be my 16th, I can't remember. But it's Doctor Who Time Flight, and it's about the Concorde when that was still flying. It's actually a really good book, and yeah, my best friend got me that for my birthday. Okay, so moving on to this little stack of books, because I seriously need a bigger bookcase, but with the size of the room that I have, I kind of can't fit one in. So yeah, we'll just start from top. This book I haven't actually read, so I don't know why it's here. It was one that came with a magazine when I got like the teen magazines and everything. I might read it, I don't know yet. And I've got Water for Elephants. It's actually a really good book. I haven't seen the film. It's a pretty good book, I do like it. And then Studying Scarlet, which the first episode of the first series of Sherlock is based on. That one's The Study in Pink. It's a pretty good book, this one. And then we've got a Sarah Jane Adventures book, which I was collecting when that was still on air. Series Unfortunate Events. They are really, really good books. I really like the last one, which is called The End. And you have to read the back of these sometimes because they can be so confusing. And then I've got another Doctor Who book, which is The Feast of the Drowned, which is a 10th Doctor and Rose one. I think I've got hiccups. I think I got that one for my birthday as well, I can't remember. And then there's The Hobbit. Absolutely love that book. And then we've got Twilight, New Moon and Eclipse. And these are just in plastic covers, just to kind of like protect them because they are paperback. Red Riding Hood, that went with the movie that came out with Amanda Seyfried. I think that's how you spell her name, say her name. And then we've got more Lemony Snicket books, and these are just brilliant. I think this is another Lemony Snicket one. I don't know why they're all wrong way around. That's the penultimate one. And then I've got a couple of John Barrowman autobiographies. They are actually really, really interesting. I don't normally read autobiographies, but they are pretty interesting. And then there's Calling the Shots, which is kind of like a day in the life of a Doctor Who director. I bought that one when we went to a bookshop that, believe it or not, is in the middle of nowhere. And that's what it looks like. It says directing the new series. And it was about when David Tennant was the Doctor. I'll just show you some pictures from it. I have to move everything. See, this is why I need another bookcase. Yeah, so there are some pictures in here. Where is it? Here we go. Yeah, so there's just like some pictures from set and everything. But it is a really interesting book. So then I've got another book, which is Night of the Humans, which is the 11th Doctor and Amy book. These books are actually really, really good, and I do enjoy reading them. Then we've got 2 of the Twilight graphic novels. This is when I was like really into Twilight and everything, if you haven't already noticed. There's the director's notes, which is just basically like the process of like filming it and everything, and costume designs, location, that kind of thing. The official illustrated guide. Yeah, I was like really into Twilight at this point. I've now gone off it. I mean, yeah, I'll still read the books and everything because I actually prefer the books to the films. And I say that I've actually got the films, but yeah, this just tells you all about it, about the characters, their background, that kind of thing. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm more into like the Vampire Diaries and things like that, you know, like proper vampires that do burn in the sun. Yeah, I know they've got like daylight rings and everything, and I'm falling over. I know they've got like daylight rings and everything, but they still burn in the sun if they haven't got the rings. And then this is the short Second Life of Bree Tanner, which was just kind of like a spin-off. And I've got another one of the 4th book of the series, unfortunately. I probably thought that I didn't have that one, that's why I probably got it. And then there's Breaking Dawn as well. So that is pretty much the extent of my book collection. And oh yeah, I'm going to show you my bookcase. This is my bookcase. It was just a plain wooden one, but then I decided I was going to paint it. So it's got an owl like this on one side in this really weird like blue design. It's like a tree-like design, and an owl, and it's got the same design on the other side as well. And I just decided one day that I was going to paint my bookcase, so I did. But yeah, that's pretty much the extent of my book collection. If you want me to do a DVD collection, then just give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below. And I will probably tell you my thoughts on some of the DVDs that I've got. I'm warning you now, most of them are Disney. But yeah, some of the series on my bookcases, these aren't in any particular order because I do have pretty much OCD when it comes to like books and DVDs. They have to be in a specific order. But these aren't in any particular order. These are here because they're the ones that I'm reading at the moment. Sometimes it changes around, but it doesn't really have a particular order to it. I mean, they are in order of the books, so you've obviously got 1 to 5, and then 1 to 15, and then obviously they're in order of the series, but they're not in any particular order, like in preference or anything. But what series can I recommend? I can recommend this one because it is a pretty awesome series. Same with the Morganville Vampires, the Hunger Games. Well, it's just freaking awesome. Vampire Academy are pretty brilliant. I still have yet to see the film, which I want to see it, but obviously since they cancelled it, I kind of can't. This one is pretty good. It's getting a little bit predictable, to be perfectly honest, but I'm going to keep up with it and see if it goes anywhere. This one is really, really good. There's only 4 books to the series and a little like short stories one, but I do recommend it. Again, with this one, there's only 4 stories, but I highly recommend that one because it's really interesting. It's very unpredictable and you just don't know what's going to happen. And the Immortal series, once again, highly recommend it. It keeps you thinking, which I find that I really want in a book. And then Vampire Diaries, I need to get the other ones because I want to know what happens. The house, really, really good. And beautiful creatures. I'd probably recommend these more than the movies. So, yeah, that was my book collection. If you want to see a DVD collection, then just let me know and I will do one. Yeah, and that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you're all doing well. Stay beautiful, stay awesome, and I shall see you all soon. Bye!